When I turned 65, I had to make the exact same Medicare decision I've helped thousands of clients make. And I didn't choose the cheapest option. I didn't choose what most TV ads promote. And I didn't choose the same option that many of my neighbors chose. I chose a strategy that cost me more upfront because it gave me flexibility that most people don't realize they can create. And yes, I took a calculated risk. And in this video, I'll show you exactly what I did and why. For those who don't know me, I'm Matthew Claassen, CEO of MedicareSeminars Insurance Agency. We are a Medicare-based insurance agency helping people in 49 states. And our services are free to you because we're compensated by the insurance company when we help you enroll. For my own coverage, I had one of my top agents handle the application because I wanted to go through the exact same process that my clients do. The right Medicare plan is personal. It depends on your health, your finances, and your tolerance for risk. This is simply the decision that I made and made sense for me. So the first decision was this: original Medicare with a supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan. For me, that decision came down to a desire for long-term certainty. Medicare Advantage plans can absolutely work, especially if your budget is tight. But benefits change annually, maximum out-of-pocket limits increase annually, networks can change at any time during the year, and when a plan changes to a point where it no longer fits your needs, you may not be able to correct that situation. It's like a rudderless boat. You're along for the ride without control over the direction that it takes. And personally, I don't want to fight with constantly changing networks or find myself facing a $30,000 annual maximum out-of-pocket at age 70. That unpredictability doesn't fit my comfort level. I wanted predictability with a solid insurance company and a structure that doesn't reinvent itself every January. Once I chose original Medicare, the next decision was which supplement plan. I chose Plan G, not because it's trendy or not because it's the most popular Medicare supplement, but because it removes surprise out-of-pocket costs. After the small annual Part B deductible, it covers everything that Medicare approves. But here's where I did something that most people don't think about. There's a newer design, an innovation being approved in many states across the country called an innovative Plan G. It works like a high deductible Plan G for the first 2 years and then automatically converts into a regular Plan G without increasing the premium. Only one company currently offers this plan, and it's not yet approved in my state, Florida, but it may be approved this summer. Of course, it may never be approved. That's up to the state. But here's the key. Within my first 2 years, I have a guaranteed right to convert from Plan G to the innovative Plan G without medical underwriting, as long as it's been approved in my state. Now, most people never structure their Medicare this way. They pick one plan and lock themselves into it. And once you're locked in, Medicare doesn't care if you wish you had made a different choice. Medicare is much more forgiving at age 65 than it is at age 70. And that's something most people don't fully appreciate when they're making their first Medicare decision. I gave myself choices, built-in flexibility, and control over my future coverage. Now, if the innovative Plan G becomes available, I can move into it without health questions. And that move would permanently lower my monthly premiums. If it never gets approved, what happens then? Well, if it never gets approved, I also have the option to move to a Plan N within my first 2 years, again, without underwriting if I wish to lower my premiums. So I paid a higher premium up front in exchange for choices. Those choices reduced my stress and gave me flexibility during a decision window that only happens once. There are some companies that allow people to start with a high deductible Plan G and convert later, but that decision must be made during a 30-day window on their second anniversary. Miss it, and the opportunity's gone. Plus, when they convert, they pay the full higher premium. I preferred starting with the maximum coverage and preserving flexibility for 2 full years. So the lesson here isn't that Plan G is the best. It's that Medicare decisions shouldn't be about today's premium. They should be about structure, flexibility, and long-term strategy. And that's where many people make their biggest mistake. One reason I structured it this way is because I've seen what happens years down the road. Advantage plans change, your health changes, your finances change, and that's why we don't just enroll our own clients. We monitor their coverage annually and notify them when changes impact their plan. We are a lifetime Medicare advisor, not just today's agent. And Medicare is not a one-time decision. If you're turning 65, or if you already have a Medicare supplement and you want to revisit your structure and your choices, we'd be happy to walk you through your situation and show you what flexibility looks like. Every Medicare decision is personal, but it should always be strategic. Subscribe to my channel if you want clear, fact-based Medicare education, and reach out if you'd like help designing your own plan.